I can't understand in my mind how the MVP of the league, in my opinion, I would agree. I would hope you would agree in your opinion.
He's the
Aaron
MVP this year. Aaron Rodgers is the MVP this year.
Aaron Rodgers to go stagnant in the second half, or should I say stagnant in takeaway opportunities. Like he knows
Yeah,
he's home. This is his shot to go to the Super Bowl. You can't ask for a better second half. Tom Brady played like ass. Like the
he
Buccaneers
did.
as a whole
He did.
offensively played like ass.
Yeah,
And you
I don't
got
even think
three
they had a.
picks, three golden
I
picks,
know.
and you got
Yeah, it's
six
crazy.
points. It's I mean, I could dive into Aaron Jones's fumbling, him not holding the ball. He fumbled in the first half. Thankfully, it bounced right into Robert Tunyon's hands to start the second half. I mean, I don't know how are you holding the ball to the point where the tip of the ball is sticking out of your arm? It's supposed to be tucked into your bicep, and it just I mean I forget the name of this man. He was making plays all day. He ended up leaving the game. The safety for the Bucs.
Yeah, Whitehead.
Whitehead was
White.
making plays all day, got his head right on the ball and popped it right out perfectly. Great hit, great football play.
Hmm.
Tampa Bay's defense was probably, to me, the MVP of the entire game, sacking Aaron Rodgers 5 times, making his life a living hell. He could not stay upright for the majority of this game. Green
Hmm.
Bay's run game for the majority of it could not get it going. Again, Tampa's number one rush defense showed out very well.
Yep.
Shaquille Barrett and JPP had 2 sacks apiece.
Hmm.
You can't say much better than that, man. Tampa's defense came to play. They've turned it on the last 2-3 games, and going into the Super Bowl, they are probably the second hottest team in football, right behind Kansas City, kind of steamrolling, and we'll get into that later. But Tampa deserves to be there, and Green Bay's got to really look back and say, what the hell happened here? Because they were in too many prime positions to either take the lead back or to win this game, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I really want to focus on the Green Bay perspective of this game. I guarantee you, everybody on that team, whether it's the players or the coaching staff, I guarantee you they are kicking themselves knowing how many opportunities they left out on the field, especially in the second half. I mean, like I said, it's one thing to get Brady once or twice with interceptions. They got him 3 times. And the and you only get 6 points off of those turnovers. I mean, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers here. Aaron Rodgers is pretty much recognizable. He's going to be the MVP this year. We pretty much all recognize and probably understand that. And they just could not get any drives going except for the one they had one touchdown drive off of one of the interceptions. But that game was definitely there for them, especially after like the third one. You're only down by one possession at that point. And you get the third interception, and Tampa's defense, you got to give Tampa's defense a lot of credit. They end up
Big
getting a
time.
3-and-out and completely stall. They stall the drive out, get a 3-and-out, they get the ball back. So it's like essentially nothing even really happened. All you did is kind of flip the field at that point. But looking at this game from Green Bay, just to dive into it a little bit more, um, their run game was largely ineffective pretty much all day. They got some decent carries from Jamal Williams a little bit. I thought Aaron Jones was largely a non-factor. If anything, he was probably more of a dud, more of a negative player for the overall performance just because of the fumble issues. He wasn't really able to get. He really couldn't get going in the run game. They didn't really utilize him in any sort of screen plays or doing a check down play to him. So he was
He
largely
left the game with a
ineffective.
chest injury after the
Well,
fumble, and
he got cracked on that one, so he had to take some
chest
time.
injury, your
Yeah,
pride,
but
whatever. You go pop a squat next to me because you ain't playing no
yeah.
more. I don't care.
So just the best way that I can sum up just Green Bay's day is just missed opportunities. They had so many chances to go out and win the game, and I remember we were texting each other back and forth about this game, and I remember after the third interception, I was telling you, it was like, dude, they should be winning right now. Like Brady's giving them golden opportunity to go get this game, and they're not taking full advantage of it. They're not capitalizing on it. And look, even with all that said, they get down to the 8-yard line at the end of the game with about 2.5 minutes left. And there was one play in particular where Rodgers is stepping up into the pocket. It looks like he's about to rush forward. And then before he hits the line of scrimmage, he ends up throwing it. I forget who he was trying to target on that
Devontae
play.
Adams.
And it ended up as an incompletion. But
almost an interception.
But I look back at that play and think, had Rodgers kept the ball and ran for it, I don't know if he would have gotten a touchdown. He would have gotten close, though. If anything, it shortens the down and distance for third down. And
shortens it for fourth because they went for the field goal.
Right that was on third down.
Yeah, it's 4-down territory to me, no matter what.
But at that point, going for it on fourth down from the 2 or 3 yard line is a lot better than going for it on the 8-yard line. And look, I know a lot of people are going to criticize Matt LaFleur for going for the field goal in that position. Listen, I'll tell you this. So there was a time ago, this was maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, where the Patriots were going up against the Broncos. It's a very similar situation where the Patriots were down by 8 with a few minutes left in the fourth quarter. In the same position, they end up going for it to try to get the lead cut from 8 to at least 6, if possibly 8. They end up not getting it, and they don't get any points out of it. However, the defense for New England was able to stop Denver on their next possession, and they got New England and Tom Brady the ball back. Brady leads them down the field. They get a touchdown with about 30 seconds left. They end up not converting on the 2-point conversion, and then Denver ends up winning the game 20-18. Had New England gone for that field goal and get the field goal, it would have been 20-15. They give their defense a chance to stop Peyton and Denver, and then they march down the field possibly to win the game. That's what I kind of think Matt LaFleur was thinking, because let's be honest here for a second. I know Green Bay's defense was horrendous in the first half, but they balled out in the second half. They got 3 turnovers.
Lights out for sure.
They were able to get pressure. They really only held Tampa to 3 points, because by and large, that touchdown that they gave up is because the offense spotted them on their own 10-yard line. Like, at that point, it's like a walk-in touchdown for Tampa. You're going to get at least 3 points out of that drive, and then they were able to get 7. Other than that, Green Bay only gave up a field goal after that. So Green Bay's defense, I know people give them a lot of grief over the years, but they stepped up in the second half, and they gave Aaron Rodgers a bunch of chances to get back into this game and potentially, win the game or lead the game at certain points in the game. Just didn't happen. And listen, like I said, a lot of people can criticize Matt LaFleur for kicking the field goal because Brady and the offense for Tampa ended up running out the clock. But I get what he was doing, and I think he had faith in his defense to go get a stop. They didn't, and that one pass interference penalty really set them, pretty much ended the game as far as I'm concerned. And then I remember, I think Chris Godwin ran like a little sweep to get a first down. To ice the game with about like 40 seconds left.
So here's my biggest thing. I'm a fan of that team right there, right? High and large to the day I die, right? I've watched Tom Brady smoke us in the fourth enough times in my lifetime to know you don't give the GOAT 2 minutes and 2 seconds. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit if you have the best defense in the league. I don't care if you have one of the best defenses of all time. He's done it his whole career. You have Chris Godwin, Gronkowski, Brait, Evans, Jones, and Fournette. He has been torching defenses all postseason. And all you need is a first down, not even a touchdown. You need a first down, and you think Brady's not going to get 10 yards. Are you smoke? Like, what? Green Bay, like Wisconsin must have some good shit that they smoke if you think you're not going for that touchdown on fourth down. I'm giving LaFleur all the smoke. Like, I want all the smoke with Matt LaFleur. Like, bro, you look like Peter LaFleur with them terrible ass play calling throughout some of that game. Like, I don't want to hear it. You can call this a bodega moment. You could call this a corner store moment, whatever. We're going to trademark this for our podcast coming up. But, dude, I'm looking at Matt LaFleur on the sideline, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just saying, I'm seeing that Joker meme, like where he's looking at himself in the movie, and he has like the tech fleece, and it's like clown, like this. That's how he looked. Like, you cannot give Tom Brady the opportunity, man. You have Aaron Rodgers and you have Devontae Adams, the best receiver in football, and 8 yards to pay dirt. Even if you don't get it, you pin them within the 5-yard line. You want to have faith in your defense? Pin Tom Brady where he has no room to back up. Make him step up in the pocket. Fine. If he gets a completion, it is what it is. But I'm going to take Ronald Jones Jr. or Leonard Fournette trying to run it out of their own end zone over Tom Brady having the full length of the field to get 10 yards. And I'm not hearing no parts of it. I don't want to hear I have faith in my defense. They played great all year or all half. Perfect. You don't give Tom Brady 2 minutes. You just don't.